Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Wednesday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And cross-continent, finally back in the Michael J. Fox studios in Beverly Hills, California. It is Scotty, a Sirius XM Liquid Metal. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils chop the Blackhawks 5-3 tonight at the United Center in Chicago. I don't know if I should say chop or scalp. Wasn't sure.
Let's not go scalped. Maybe tomahawked.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
That's like tomahawk seems like a cool, fun thing, like you're harpooning. You know?
Yeah. Not bad.
Do some axe throwing. You know?
What do you do with the bow and arrow?
You shoot it. Yeah. You can do bow and arrow as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna go tomahawked.
I'm gonna go tomahawked. I'm gonna go tomahawked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the old tomahawk. That's a good one.
Beheaded?
I think tomahawked.
It's
like
not
harpooned.
it's not the playoffs.
It's not the playoffs. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Never mind. I was going to ask you if you saw a movie, but I already know the answer. It's no. So never mind.
Why don't you ask?
Have you ever seen Brotherhood of the Wolf?
No.
Never mind. There was a lot of good tomahawk throwing in that movie. So, Either way, what's up, everybody? Hello. Glad to be back with you on Devils After Dark. Along here with the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God. Woo! What's up, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and X and everywhere else you might be listening to this podcast. Devils get a much-needed victory to rebound after the OT defeat on Monday. And this game was a little scary, though, to tell you the truth, because I don't know if you heard or not, the Blackhawks aren't very good. So it was a little bit concerning that, that they seem to be continually catching up to the Devils, throughout this game. And, I don't know. We can discuss it. We can see what you feel about it. That's what this show is all about. Hit us up on all the social media platforms. Give us your feedback on it. Glad they won. Glad they came through. But I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit nervous at times. Our boy Vinny in Chicago, home of the Bears and the Bulls and the Blackhawks and the Cubs. Just have to have that S on the end there to do the super fan thing. But the old Madhouse on Madison, where the Blackhawks play, I will say I've been to that arena twice actually for Blackhawks games. Back a number of years, in the Patty Kane and Duncan Keith and Seabrook and Johnny Tays era of the team, and man, that place was packed both nights that I was there, and it was a really fun experience. So I'm sure Vinny had himself a good time over there. But let's talk about it. In the first period, Jacob Markstrom back in net once again. So I guess he's trying to get some reps, get himself back up to speed. He did look a little shaky tonight. But who gets the first goal? Hey, it's Big Nate Bastian for the New Jersey Devils. 6:23 into it, and this is what we like to see. Devils getting on the board first, and they're not chasing the game the entire time. But Bastian gets his fourth of the year coming from Luke. You underestimate my power. His 30th assist, and Tuna gets his 10th of the year to put the Devils up 1-0. And this one was kind of everyone kind of forgot Nate Bastian from the Blackhawks Everyone kind of forgot Nate Bastian was on the ice there and left him alone. And I get it. Before this, he only had 3 goals on the year. So you can see how something like that might happen. But we'll say that Big Bass took advantage of that. And he was able to put this one past Spencer Knight there. Nice little quick snapshot from the side of the net. Like we said, his 4th of the year, coming at 6:23. And then some quick strike action started happening. What was it, about 20 seconds? Let me see. Let me do my math here. 27 seconds later at 6:50 on the power play. That's right. It's a PPG power play goal for the Devils to put themselves up 2-0. And who is it? It's Mr. March himself. Oh, if there was a Devils swimsuit edition calendar, you know who would be on the month of March? Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals from Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. It's Timo time in Chicago. Oh, Dawson Mercer thought he was getting himself a goal there. No, DM. Sorry. Timo said, I am going to take that. And it only took the Devils 5 flipping seconds on that power play to score. And similar thing kind of happens to Dawson Mercer that happened to Nate Bastian. Dawson has the puck, and he's kind of, down low along the goal line. And I get it because, Dawson Mercer hasn't really been, lighting things up goal-wise this year. Everyone on the Blackhawks basically said, hey, we're going to go cover someone else instead. And they all back off of Dawson Mercer. And you know what? Good for DM. He realized, hey, I got a free walk-in right here to the goal to Spencer Knight. And he takes it. He comes from the goal line and just whoop right into dead center in front. And he goes to put it around Spencer Knight's leg. And it looks like he does. But on the replay, you will notice Timo Meier thought he was passing to him because Timo was in front. And Timo just goes and just whacks at it. And kind of, I don't know if he hit the puck or if he hit Mercer's stick. And then that hit the puck and went into the net. Either way, it's a goal for Timo Meier, his 23rd of the year, a PPG. And the Devils are up 2-0. And you're thinking, okay, this is what we should be seeing, against the Chicago Blackhawks, who we know not having the best of years right now. However, what is this? A mere 2 minutes later, the Devils are now on the PK because Shimon Nemitz took an interference penalty. And it only takes the Blackhawks 7 seconds to score. 7. It's Mickey Mantle's number. How about Soda? Why don't you name your kid Soda? 7. It's got pizzazz. It's got pizzazz up the yin-yang, baby. Sorry, I'm going to go into George Costanza mode over here. But it only takes 7 seconds for the Blackhawks to score on their power play. At 9:06, Tyler Bertuzzi gets the tip in here. His 20th of the year at 9:06. And this one, Brendan Dillon, you son of a bitch, and Dawson Mercer both get caught up high. Dillon kind of dives, sweeping at the puck with his stick, trying to get the puck out of the zone, and it ends up staying in and going over towards the boards. And Dawson Mercer is skating over there to get it cleared out. And this was actually just a hell of a play by Donato. To what he does is Dawson Mercer's going to it, and he's like right behind him, and just whoop, quick stick lift. Dawson Mercer's stick goes up in the air here, and Donato just takes the puck and goes the opposite direction. Now you got Dillon, down on the ice because he was sliding, trying to sweep the puck out. Now you got Dawson Mercer, who is starting to cut up out of the zone. You got 2 guys out high that are completely out of the play, and you're left with, I think it was Kovacevic and Nico to cover everyone else on the Blackhawks, which obviously is not possible. So Bertuzzi puts it right to, Donato puts it right to Bertuzzi at the side of the net. Just easy tap in there for him for his 20th of the year. 2-1 Devils. All right, so now we move into the second period. And what was this? Oh, yeah. So we had some bad calls going on in the second period. One against the Devils and one for the Devils. Okay, let's put it that way. The first one against the Devils was on Eric Halla. And you look at the replay of this, and there is a clear lane. Nobody blocking the official's point of view. There is a clear lane to see this play. Eric Halla's stick does not make contact with whoever it was on the Blackhawks who got tripped up. Halla had his stick pinned down against the Hawks forward stick there, holding it down, not letting him get to the puck. There was no stick in between the skates. And if you watch the replay, I had the TNT broadcast out here. They show it, and there's literally a clear lane for the official. And whoop, arm up in the air. What the hell is that crap, man? So bad. But the Devils get some revenge in the form of Andre Palat with an SHG. That's right, a shorty, a shorthanded goal for Palat. His 14th of the year, coming from Bratter. His 63rd assist. Holy hell. Jasper Bratt's got 83 points on the season. Looking good. Back-to-back 80-point seasons right now for Jasper Bratt. And the Hawks had a giveaway there that springs Palat and Bratt the opposite way on the rush. And they're not spread out. They're together when they're moving into the zone. And they kind of crisscross. You know, Palat goes behind Jasper Bratt as Bratt cuts to the center. Palat comes around this way, okay? And Bratt just does a quick little drop pass to Palat, who then lets a freaking laser beam go right over the shoulder of Spencer Knight up into the top shelf corner for his 14th of the year. A shorty there at 3:14 of the second period. Palat is 14th coming from Bratt, his 63rd assist. It is 3-1 Devils. But the Devils go ahead and give it right back at 5:26. So literally about two minutes and 12 seconds later here, the Devils give it right back. And this is I gotta, Teravainen made a hell of a play. He's along the boards, all right, and he's just going to put a backhand pass, towards the center slot position, okay? And it's a high pass, too. He just backhand kind of deal. It hits Dumoulin. Then it hits Palat. And it goes right to Mikheyev at the side of the net, who's able to put it. Now you got Markstrom kind of like, and he's down, sliding across. And then Mikheyev is just able to put it like right back past him the opposite way into the net for his 17th of the year at 5:26. And this is what we're talking about. It's like, why is it 3-2 against the Blackhawks? What's going on here, guys? This is one of the worst teams in the league. We desperately need a win. What is happening? I know I was getting a little nervous. I don't know about you. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know. But Mikheyev gets it there, 3-2, okay? Now, not too long after that, what do I have here? 51 seconds later after that goal, the Blackhawks score again. Now, Jacob Markstrom right away puts his hand up in the air with that stick saying, oh, it's a high stick. It's a high stick. Ryan Donato, at first it looked very clear that it was a high stick, that the puck was coming in high, tipped it into the back of the net. From high, tip goes down low into the back of the net. When you watch the replay, it was very, very close. This honestly could have gone either way, because we know how most calls go for, the Devils. It was very close. When your first reaction watching, you're like, oh, clearly a high stick. And then you see the replay and you're like, I'm not sure. Oh boy, that's not good. Can I see a different angle, please? He was literally like an inch over the crossbar. It was really, really tight. But they review it and it gets waved off. Still 3-2. Goal does not count. And then we get a PPG for the Devils. And how did this one come about? Well, this is the other penalty that, who was it? Slaggert took. Okay, so Nemitz and Bedard are in the corner. Okay, and their sticks are all tied up. Bedard goes down, and he's got Nemitz's stick, underneath his arm, and he's locking it there. He's not letting Nemitz get the stick back. So Nemitz kind of pulling and pushing and giving him the business. And then Slagger comes over, and then, just a couple little, nothing too much. Nothing that I would deem roughing. It's more of like what we want to see if someone's messing with Jack or Nico or something like that, or Jesper Bratt. We want to see someone go over there and do a little, get the hell out of here. So, a little push, a little shove. Kind of a weak call. The tripping was a phantom call against the Devils. And then this one, and hey, I'm not one to complain about the Devils getting penalties, but I would not want to see this called on the Devils if they were going over to protect Nico or Jack or Jesper or something like that. Because it really wasn't that much. So, once again, poor officiating all around. However, the Devils take advantage of this situation over here, and it is Dawson Mercer now officially getting his 16th goal of the year, a PPG at 11:01 of the second period to put the Devils up 4-2, coming from Lukey, his 32nd, and Bratter getting his 64th assist of the year. And oh yeah, so the Hawks back off Dawson Mercer again, just like in the first period, and they give him a lane to skate right in on Spencer Knight. This time, the first period, Dawson Mercer was down along the goal line on that hard angle. Now he's like coming straight at him from the face-off circle. I get it. DM's been a little snake bitten this year, but it's kind of hilarious when you watch he gets the puck and all the Blackhawks just back away from him and like, we probably better go cover someone else. Well, the captain makes an absolutely brilliant screen in front of the net. Doesn't get the assist here, but he probably should have. Dawson Mercer lets the shot go from the face-off circle, and as he's letting it go, Nico Hischier moves from one side of Spencer Knight to the other, and then I'm not sure if the puck went, I think it might have went through Nico's legs. Either that or it was really close. Maybe right in front of Nico or right behind. It was kind of weird to see the angle on the replay. I thought it might have went through Nico's legs as he was moving from one side of Spencer Knight to the other. Beautiful screen. It clanks off the far post and ka-ting into the back of the net. And great Caesar's ghost, Dawson Mercer, has a goal. Like we said, his 16th of the year, a PPG to put the Devils up 4-2 in the second period. And now we move into the third, which was kind of a, just can we get this game over type of third period, it felt like, for the majority of it, which I'd rather see the Devils, we talked about it, that finish, put the nail in the coffin on the Blackhawks. Why give them an opportunity to get back into this game? Because that's exactly what happened with about 3 minutes left to go. Well, 2 and change at 17:10, so 2:50 left to go. Nazar gets his 7th of the year, and this was a long-range shot that's going in, and damn it, it hit somebody. I can't remember who it was. It hit someone, I think from the Black. Was it Donato it hit? Maybe not. I don't know. It hit someone from either the Blackhawks or the Devils. So now you get like this laser beam shot, kind of turns into a knuckler a little bit. And Markstrom makes the save, but he can't just kind of like gobble up the rebound because he had to readjust real quick because it got tipped on the way in. Unfortunately, the rebound kicks right to Nazar, who's at his immediate left there, and he's able to just slam it home into the back of the net. And now all of a sudden you're like, hot damn, this is exactly what we did not want to see here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. The Blackhawks are now within one. How in the hell are they within one goal of tying this up? That's frightening. Because the Blackhawks, like we said, not very good team. But we know the Devils make the playoffs. Carolina's going to eat these opportunities up. Because that, if they make the playoffs, that is most likely their first round opponent. So Spencer Knight getting pulled. So now you got a 6-on-5 situation over here. Timo Meier just misses an empty net. Keeps giving them more opportunities. Eventually, Steph gets the ENG empty net goal to seal the deal. Stefan Nason, his 20th. First time ever. 20 goal scorer. Stefan Nason. First time in his career. Like we said, what was his old career high? 16 or 17 goals? Every goal he gets is a new career high. First time breaking the old 20 plateau there. Gets the assist from the captain, Nico Hischier. So Nico, for all his hard work on the Mercer goal, gets the apple on the Nason empty netter to wrap things up there at 19:47 of the third period. Devils win 5-3 in a much, much needed victory. Shots on goal for the Devils, 7-7-6 for a total of 20. Blackhawks 5-6-13 in the third period. Like I said, the Devils needed to put that nail in the coffin early on in the third. Don't give these teams any life or any momentum. 13 shots for the Blackhawks in the third period. Devils dominated in the faceoff circle, 31 wins to the Blackhawks 19. Devils went 2 for 2 on the power play. Hawks 1 for 2. 29 hits for the Devils. Love seeing that. 14 block shots. Only 10 giveaways. Hey now. That's a good stat right there. But the Devils win 5-3 against a team they most definitely should have beaten. And they are now sitting at 83 points on the season, 38, 28, and 7, with 73 games played here. And let's see, we got the Icelanders with 2 games in hand at 74 points, and the Rags with 1 game in hand at 74. And then the Blue Jackets, who seem to be just crumbling here, they have 3 games in hand, and they're at 73 points. So the Devils need to keep getting these points and distancing themselves from the Islanders and from the Rangers. The Sens are in the first wild card. Montreal is in the second. So, no danger right there. But, the Islanders are playing like a team that really wants to get to the playoffs. I don't know what, the Rangers, I don't know. Columbus seems to be, petering out here. They just went on a horrible losing streak. What are they? Yeah, 2-7-1 in their last 10. The Rangers are 3-6-1. The Icelanders are 4-3-3. So they're still getting some points there with those overtimes. But the Devils sitting at 83 points, looking pretty good. Carolina's got 90. Washington is already clinched, and they're in their spot there. They got a $103 already. Are they ahead of Winnipeg? Yes, they are. They're ahead of Winnipeg by 1 point. Winnipeg's got 102. So yeah, big victory, a much needed victory, but again, competition not as difficult. So let's bring in the legend, the man with the pocket burrito, Is that a burrito in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Sam, by God, woo, Sam, get in here, and let's hear what you got to say. I'm going to start rolling through the comments over here and catching up with everybody. And what was I wrong, Sam, in getting a little bit nervous and kind of like, hey, what's going on here, boys? This is the Blackhawks. We should be squashing them.
Well, I'll tell you, when you have a 2-0 lead, it was feeling good till number 17, Simon Nemec, took a unnecessary penalty to kind of screw things up, and then which led to the Chicago Blackhawks power play goal.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be doing that. I mean, you were right in front of the referee. I mean, how many times do I have to say this kid doesn't listen, undisciplined, and it was selfish, and personally I think he should have been benched for it. That was an unnecessary penalty. It was kind of that interference. I thought it was more than interference. I thought it was like, I don't know. I'm so sick of that kid, and I've been harping on him since he was drafted. And it's those type of plays that's going to prevent the Devils to really keep that momentum going. And you know what? In some ways, it could have cost them the game. I know it's the Blackhawks, and I know it's little, but you had a 2-0 lead ready to be 3-0, and then that's a momentum killer. You're lucky that you played the Blackhawks, because other teams, they would have taken advantage, like the Blackhawks, but would have carried that momentum and could have made it 2-2.
Well, I mean, the goal got called back, too. Don't forget about that goal that was just, tipped over the crossbar, too. Yeah.
Exactly. And luckily they had a proper view, the footage to overturn it. Sometimes they don't. And, again, I get it. Like, there are times where you take a penalty, but that wasn't in front of the crease defending your goaltender. That was, like, near center ice when that happened. So this kid's got to learn. I mean, how many times are the Devils going to give him a chance? Like, I get it. He's a second overall pick, but the kid mentally and maturity, he's just not ready. He's all about the points, and he's not listening to his coaches, and these undisciplined penalties keep on coming. And he could have gotten another one when he, again, I appreciate aggressiveness, but Connor Bedard is going to be protected by the league as being one of their superstars. And taking that little jab behind, on another play, I believe, in the third period. I think it was the third period, with a little bit of a love tap on the back of the head while Connor Bedard was down. I mean, you know what? It was a gray area, to be fair to Nemec, but you just can't put yourself in that position, But he was lucky to even draw a penalty on that play. Just saying. And, Holla, his penalty shouldn't have been a penalty.
No, I mean, that was such a bad call. A bad call.
But they got a makeup call later in the game, which normally doesn't happen for the Devils. So, these refs were below average. I wouldn't say they suck.
Shocking.
Yeah, they were below average, so that was better than, your typical Justin Kia or Wes McCauley called game. But I'll take it because the Devils won. But still, it's just – anyway, I'll get off that harping of Simon Nemec. Good to see Dawson Mercer go hard at the net. Good to see him get his, a power – I believe it was a power play goal. And look, how about the special teams, Scotty? You got 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal. Palat making himself useful.
That was a nasty goal. Woo! That was a nasty goal.
Yeah, Palat making himself useful at this time of year. hopefully there's better things to come out of Palat. It's good to see him score. Jesper Bratt still piling on the assists. I think he's got 64 on the
64.
season, Ryan. I hope he gets some more. I mean, wow. You know, his number is 63. He got his 63rd today and 64. So that's a positive.
That's 84. He's going to be pushing soon for top 5 in the league in points, too.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if Jesper Bratt is the player that actually could be the Devils' first 100-point player when Jack got 99 points a couple of years ago? And here comes Jesper Bratt, the 6th round pick in 2016, right? It's 2016?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. 2016, here comes Jesper Bratt with 100 points. It could happen. And but last but not least, Jacob Markstrom. I know it's the Chicago Blackhawks, but my goodness, sometimes you just got to sacrifice the lamb just to get that confidence going. But he did get the win tonight. It was good to see. He gave up that late goal, but it's good to see Jacob Markstrom at least get a W, get that monkey off his back. You know, sometimes, again, you just have to play these easy teams just to, okay, now you just start to build a little bit of momentum. It's late March right now. Scotty's coming off that injury. We knew there was going to be some time adjustment and all that, but I'm happy he got the win. But Devils have some big games ahead with Winnipeg, the Peg on Friday.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota the next day.
Home and home with Minnesota, yeah.
And then Monday at the Rock, again, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. That team, you know, I know this is off topic, but I really hate that name, the Wild. Oh, we're so wild. But
well, it's going to be a tough schedule here coming up. Let's see what you guys are thinking about over here. So what's up? Oh, Max, yes, sometimes our defense does play like the Three Stooges. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I love this new nickname, Steven Obtuse Angle. Very nicely done, Max. Love that. Serve says this win is huge because the next game we are losing. Selective, thank you. He had the same reaction I did to this game, so it was, yeah. Jim Norton, too close, exactly. Let's see. I would say it's an inch or two too high. Oh, yeah, on the Donato. 2-point zone, yeah. Yeah, it was close, though. I really, at first, I was like, oh, please. High stick. And then you see that replay, and you're like, that didn't look very high, actually. It looked right around the crossbar. Damn it. You know, I really thought it was going to go against us, but, yeah. Oh, my goodness here. I know. We got a good call on the Chicago roughing penalty. Nemes was mugging Bedard on the ice with the cross checks. Yeah. Well, he was trying to pull his stick out, too, so Robert Isaacson said Nemes is being real stupid with this. He got called for tripping on the first one. Good thing he didn't get something on that one. The refs know Nemes is dopey. Oh, man. Let's see here. Game wasn't super fast. I think the Devils had it easy. Yeah. Spencer Knight Rider. Ooh, very good. The Hasselhoff is a big star in Germany. Just ask Norm, or R.I.P. Norm McDonald. Just ask Norm. He'll tell you all about it. Nico Flash Screen Heischer. Nicely done, Max. That was a hell of a screen, though, on the Mercer goal. How he got from, like, just one side of the night to the other. In that sequence. Really, really good work there by the captain. Let's see what else. I thought when Timo missed the empty net goal that was going to bite us. I did too, Robert. When he missed it by like 6 inches, and I'm like, oh, Timo, come on. Come on. I thought for sure the Hawks were going to score and tie that game up after that. I really did. Thanks, sweet Ozzy, that Stefan Nason got his 20th game there. Steven Tartaz, what's up, buddy? Sens play Canes 3 times before the end of the year. Damn. Jim Norton, the Devils have to keep winning. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Wimpy says the Blue Jackets have heart and guts. The Rags don't. So he thinks the Blue Jackets might end up there at that last playoff spot. The Icelanders, I don't know if do the Icelanders play tonight? I don't think so. They would have started by now, I believe. Serve, the call was weak. Yep. Agreed. He really just showed. I mean, again, I'm going to take it because, like Sam said, it was kind of a makeup call for the Haula penalty. But at the same time, if we got that call against us, man, I would be jumping off the couch, screaming and yelling at the TV. There would have been a longer rant from both myself and Sam Woo if that sort of call went against us in this game. 100%.
Oh,
but
I have a confession.
Oh, what's that?
It was Mrs. Wu that told me it was a makeup call. I have to correct that.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'm going to hear about it later.
Okay. That's why it was such a smart take, because it came from Mrs. Wu, not Mr. Wu.
It didn't come from me, I can tell you that.
Why is Nemitz in the lineup? All right, we're getting these questions. Because, they sent Seamus back to the AHL so he can have playing time, hopefully through the AHL playoffs, which maybe Nemitz needs a little bit more of, but whatever. Seamus went down there. And Hataka, I do believe, is down there as well. I don't know if he got recalled. He is back from injury as far as I know. But yeah, I believe he's down in the AHL right now. Palat making $1.2 million on that goal.
Worth every penny.
Oh my goodness, Brat tied with Pasta for points at the moment. There we go. 1.78 points per game. Oh, that's right. Cody Glass wasn't in the lineup tonight. I forgot to mention that. Dowling was back in. We got the Winnipeg game coming up next. If Bratter can get to 90, that'd be freaking great. 100 would be amazing, but I think if we get him to 90. Yeah, we got Ethan Edwards. Good call, Serve. We signed him, also from Michigan, who played with Luke. I believe he played with Luke and Owen Power when they were both there, if I'm not mistaken. So got another Michigan defenseman. Is that what it was? Glasses. Oh, they're having a bit. Oh! Well, congratulations to the goal whisperer. If that is the case, if he has a new child coming on. I turned the game on right exactly as it was starting, so I missed the pregame notes and everything like that.
Yeah, the announcer said he was out with an injury. So,
did they? I didn't.
Yeah, I will go with Max over the announcers though. Max is our own.
Oh no, this was. Oh my goodness, said he's having a baby. Did Max say the baby too?
Yeah, early on.
Oh, okay. Maybe I did. Maybe that chat. Sometimes these messages just disappear after a little bit. Well, either way, hope Glass is okay because he's the goal whisperer. And two, if him and his significant other had a baby, congratulations to them. Hope everything is healthy and going well over there.
Yeah.
Good for Cody.
Yeah.
Speaking of points, I don't know. Did we bring this up the other day about the Sidney Crosby thing?
What Sidney Crosby?
About Wayne? So Wayne Gretzky, everyone knows that, Ovechkin's 5 goals away from tying, 6 goals from breaking. But another stat that people really haven't heard too much about is Wayne's going to have another one of his all-time records broken. And it's by the guy who came into the league with Ovechkin and has been his chief rival, Sidney Crosby. is going to be 20 years straight with more than a point per game average. And Gretzky's got the record with 19 straight years. So that's, 82 points or more in a season, 19 straight years for Gretzky. And it doesn't even seem like Crosby racked up that much in the recent years, but guess so.
Yeah.
So Gretz is about to lose the goals to Ovi, and he just lost the 1 point per game average, the most consecutive seasons. So pretty crazy. Oh, he did beat it. It's a most point. Thank you, sir. Most points consecutive with one team as well. So I don't know, because Gretzky I think had some of those on the. Didn't he have some of those on the Blues when he went there for like a season or two? Or was that only like the half season before he signed? It doesn't matter. But I'll tell you what does matter. That guy who you can see over the shoulder of Sam Woo with that very stylish mustache, we have to give a big shout to Mr. Martin Brodeur, because 30 years ago today, he made his Devils debut on the ice. And the legend started, and it just grew from there, Sam Woo. And I know you love Marty, and you have plenty of great memories dressing up as him around the arena. You ever saw Sam Woo? If you ever saw someone walking around in a full Martin Brodeur goalie outfit, complete with the heat and stick and everything? Didn't you have the old Marty stick and the pads? You had it all right down to the T.
I don't know what you're talking about, Scotty.
Oh no, that wasn't you.
No. It was another person.
Oh, okay. It was Sam's evil twin. That's who it was.
You can say that.
It was Ram Woo.
Well, I've got a story about Marty Brodeur.
Okay.
True story. So that was back in '92. I was supposed to go to that game, but I had a choice. I was supposed to go to that game, or I go to the game on the Sunday game when they played the Quebec Nordiques. I think that was Marty's second ever game. And because of Mom, she didn't want me to go to that game, so I wound up going to Marty's second ever game against the Quebec Nordiques, which the Devils won. Forgot the score. It was like 5-something, I believe. Anyway, long story short, I remember my friend, his parents were loaded, had Gold Circle tickets downstairs, season tickets. I remember watching warm-ups, and nobody knew who this kid was because it was either Chris Carreri or Craig Billington, but he was brought up. And I still remember to this day being a little kid, and I want to find out more about this kid. And Devils fans were ripping him apart, that he couldn't stop a beach ball, that kind of stuff, and just ripping him apart. But I wish I had a recorder back then, like a VHS camcorder back then, because it's funny how things turn out, 30, 40 years later.
Yeah. And I think I just said 30 years. That would not be correct, because that would be 95. And I think he was doing something else in 1995. So was it 92? So 33 years later?
Yeah.
This is just the day, though. March the 26th is the day that he made his debut, beating the Boston Bruins 4-2. So.
And by the way, Vinny Parisi would fact check me on that. Because I would tell the strangest stories. The other day on Game Day Live, with our guest Jennifer Streeter of Pucks and Pitchforks, we got on the topic of One Direction, because I guess Cody Glass is a One Direction fan, and I said, "Well, I've got a story about One Direction."
The boy band?
Yeah, I said I got a story about One Direction, and I told the story how for about a week I was trying to get Jim Brewer to go to the Devils Rangers playoff games back in 2012 and trying to get him to game 6. But he told me, I got to get back to you. And the reason why is because he had to take his daughter for her birthday, along with her friends, to the One Direction concert at the Izod Center. And as I'm telling that story, you tell that story, it's like, yeah, whatever. Of course, Vinny Parisi actually Googled it. He Googled it on live air, and he saw May 25th, 2012, One Direction at the Izod Center. Vinny Parisi would actually fact-check me. He would have probably fact-checked the games back in 92. Anyway. And he's starting to do that now. And he always gets a big laugh out of it.
Oh, boy. We got a lot of boy band references going on here. Oh, my goodness is apparently a One Direction fan as well. But they're no Jonas Brothers. Oh, boy. Well, Sam Woo knows all about that because he was down in the expensive seats for the outdoor game. He was right next to the Jonas Brothers. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually
Mark Schwab is
nice.
Mark Schwab is a Backstreet Boys fan. Oh, New Kids on the Block hanging tough. Oh, boy.
Remember them?
My metal elitism is starting to come out here, guys. I don't know how much we can. Hang on. Oh, Led Zeppelin. Okay, I feel better now. Oh, I feel better. Okay. All right. Okay.
New Kids on the Block, they were big in the late 80s.
I mean, yeah. I was never into the boy bands. I never got into that craze. So I'm a bad person to reminisce about boy bands with. I didn't know any of the dance moves. I knew a couple. I remember the Hangin' Tough song that Serv was just talking about there. Oh, Hangin' Tough.
You know who had the best was Weird Al Yankovic. Remember Weird Al Yankovic? He was the best because he would take those boy band songs and make it even better.
Well, he did that with like everything. So he is a genius. Eat It. What was the one he did for the what was that? The presidency of the United Gump, right? Instead of Lump.
Yeah.
He's Gump. I can't remember how it went, but yeah.
I like when he took that Michael Jackson's Bad song. I'm fat. That's my theme song, by the way.
Sheldon Keefe Richards. Yeah, Mark, I've been calling him that since he got hired.
Yeah. I wonder where you get
I was a part of the Bad Boys Club. Robert Isaacson, I want my left wingers listening to Metallica. There you go. Weird Al was great. He's still great.
The white stuff. Rio.
Oh, that's right. Man, I'm trying to think of like Weird Al parodies, and I just keep coming back to the Eat It.
Another one rides the bus. Or Mr. Frump in the iron lung. Whatever that Mr. Frump in the iron lung.
Oh, man. Good old Weird Al. All right. Well, Devils win. A much-needed victory. Hopefully this kind of gets them back on the right track, even though this game was pretty scary at moments, considering who they were playing. Jacob Markstrom still looking a little shaky in net, but hopefully this gives him a little bit more confidence, though I would think that we're probably going to see Jake Allen in net against Winnipeg. So we'll see how it all plays out, but 3 massive games this weekend. The Peg and Sam Woo's favorite, the Wild. twice in a row.
Ooh, they're so wild.
Old friend Billy Guerin, Billy G coming to town. The Rye of the Kaiser for Eye of the Tiger. Amish Paradise.
That's
wow.
He pissed off Coolio
Wow.
with that song, believe it or not. I watched
That's right. Oh, look at Wimpy over here. Oh, the Rangers suck. Very nicely done. Man. Okay. You guys did well.
You know what?
Very, very good.
An American
Comment
whiskey.
section gets the A+ for the day.
Maybe an American whiskey. I'll just blast Weird Al Yankovic hits
Oh, man.
on Monday when they play the Wild. Because we're going to get so
Woo
wild.
in the Wild. The Wild Woo. Woo Wild. What you gonna do when Sam Woo runs wild on you?
Oh, I'll hit the music.
Well, don't forget, we'll be back on Friday. Game Day Live, Devils After Dark. Hopefully talking about another W and getting inching closer and closer to locking up that playoff position. But, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Beating Connor Hellebuck.
2 solid points tonight. 3 out of the last 4. Going into the peg on Friday, we'll have it covered. Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. Tomorrow, we have the State of the Fan Address, which was postponed because of today's game. We got it covered as we're heading towards the playoffs. I'll see you later. Dropping the podcast at midnight. Until next time, let's go Devils.